Alright guys, today we're going to be doing a iPhone 10 XS Max. Has a cracked LCD. We're going to go ahead and replace the display panel. First off, you want to start off with removing the bottom screws. So it's going to be these two. Let me get that going and then we'll move to the next step. Helps when you're working with a magnetic mat. It lets you not lose any of the screws. Alright guys, next step, you want to warm up the edge of the display. I sometimes don't warm it up too much because I like to keep the original adhesive intact, but we're going to warm up the edges so we can actually lift the display panel right off. You want to lift it where it opens up like this. All the connections are on the right hand side of the phone. So we're going to start off at the bottom, slowly go around and all the way around to the top, and then slowly lift up to the edge to the right. Alright guys, I got my heat gun set to 150. Definitely not going to heat this all the way up to 150 degrees. It's just going to have continuous motion until it's nice and toasty. Alright, I use one of these. It's a flat scraper. You're only going to go in about 1/8 of an inch and slowly pry. Anything deeper than that, you're going to get into internal components and damage them. So we're going to start off at the bottom. And as you can see, as I'm prying, the adhesive is pulling away from the top. And that's what I want. I want to keep the adhesive towards the phone side of things and not on the display. Slowly pry. Again, being very gentle. There it is. If you feel like it's resisting a little bit, you want to basically warm it up a little bit. It is starting to resist, so I'm going to put this in just like that. Start warming it up one more time. Again, I'm not being careful. Again, you want to be careful, but with this display that I'm taking off, it's also cracked already. So not only the glass, but the LCD is completely shattered. So this part has no value for me. Alright, let's give this a go. There it is. And then I'm going to slowly pry on the other side too, so I can get that side up a little bit. Again, we're not prying too much because this is basically the hinge side. Be very careful. Connections are right where I'm prying actually, so that's that. Also, make sure the phone is off before you start doing this. I already made sure the phone is completely off. And basically, after you hinge it up, you're going to be looking at something like this. Now, I'll be back. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. But going forward, so I have this screen taken apart. We're going to be taking out 7 more screws. These are tri-wing screws. Basically, they're going to be here, 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 and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4, 5, 6, 7 total screws. Once we remove them, we'll have access to the battery terminal and the screen connectors. After we do this, we're going to basically disconnect the battery so we can move forward, okay? All right, use a plastic pry tool. I'm gonna lift up this plate right here and second plate right there. All right, so now before we start disconnecting the battery or disconnecting the screen and the top camera cable for your face recognition and the front camera and the speaker, we're gonna disconnect the battery, and the battery terminal is the bottom one right here. Okay, once you do that, gently move it out of the place. Don't gotta do much with it, just leave it in that area. It won't turn on again, so you're good to go. Next, we're gonna be disconnecting the connectors for the LCD. And those are gonna be this one right here. Again, you wanna be very gentle. It's one, it's two. And then the last connector actually follows along the motherboard and it connects down, so it's a second connector down. And there you go, guys. The display is off. We're gonna follow, we're gonna actually now start taking apart the top earpiece and the facial recognition camera so we can transfer it to our new screen. All right, guys, we're gonna remove the top facial recognition camera and the earpiece. To do that, there's 3 screws. We got one right here, and the last one in the corner right here. After removing these 3, you want to warm up the assembly and then slowly pry up. You should be able to take it off. Be very careful. You do not want to damage the front facial camera or the sensor, just because if you damage it, there's no going back, and then you'll be stuck with the phone without a facial recognition camera. All right, so we're going to start taking off the screws and then we'll go from there. All right, gonna warm it up. Okay. All right. If it feels a little difficult for everything to come apart, warm it up a little bit more, guys. Don't force it. Okay. It's very touchy, but all right, guys, all off in one piece, and we're gonna go ahead and put this on the new part. Just make sure everything lines up. Alright guys, I've transferred it over to the new part. Alright guys, everything goes back in reverse order. I'm going to connect the camera cable first, the screen connector, and then the battery. Battery's always going to be the last thing going in, okay? Alright, we're going to put all the plates back. All right, since we made everything warm when we were taking it apart, we've maintained the seal for the screen. If you do damage it, we do sell, we do have replacement seals for the screen. That just prevents any debris and dirt from getting in. But our seal is completely fine, and we're not going to be replacing it on this specific phone. Basically, I'm going to pop the top in, sides, and basically push everything back together. Last 2 screws, and we have a repaired phone. Make sure you guys don't over tighten these. If you slip them, you'll damage the screw. So use a little bit of pressure, and basically until it doesn't turn anymore, you should be all good to go. All right, we're ready to go. Let's charge it up and then go from there. All right, guys, we're back. The phone did charge up, turn on. I'm covering it up so you can't see the phone number that, customers getting messages coming in, but everything works. If you guys need anything repaired ever, our website is mygadgetworks.com. We offer mail-in repair for all kinds of devices. We do board level repair. We also are going to be selling parts soon, so if you ever need any kind of replacement parts, you can contact us and we should be able to get you a good deal on one. For now, that's it, and please subscribe and like this video.